Now a story you'll see only on 7. A man arrested and charged for the murder of an Anderson County man nearly 4 years after the victim went missing. An indictment so rare in South Carolina that it's one of only 5 cases where someone is charged with murder even though a body was never recovered. 7 News' Nicole Ford is joining us live tonight from the Anderson County Sheriff's Office with this exclusive story. Nicole.
Tom, after nearly 4 years, Emmanuel Carles's family wasn't sure they'd ever get answers. This missing persons case spanned 3 counties, which eventually led to the question of who has the jurisdiction. Well, with new leadership here at the Sheriff's Office, they took it to the state, who's found some justice for the family. It's a moment 1,376 days in the making.
I keep thinking about what he would say and what he would say to me, and he'll say, "Mama, you got this."
That's how many days it's been since Pamela Quarles last saw her son, Emmanuel.
He would be 30 now. He done missed 3 birthdays, finna be 4 birthdays.
It's a case that started in Anderson County.
Well, Mr. Quarles was reported missing in April of 2015 by his mother. He was last seen being dropped off by someone at a location in Pendleton, South Carolina.
The investigation quickly grew to include 3 counties. Evidence led detectives to a possible sighting of him at the Roadrunner store near Seneca. Then days later, a truck turned up in Pickens County with his blood inside. But with all this unfolding nearly 4 years ago, the family is wanting to know who's responsible.
After Sheriff McBride took office, we started looking at some cold cases that we thought needed some attention, and that was one of them that we still thought had not yet grown cold.
Detectives handed the case over to the Attorney General's office. Less than 4 months later, indictments filed, even though a body was never recovered.
We thought Mr. Cobb had been involved all along.
Carrie Eugene Cobb.
On Friday morning, inside a Pickens County courtroom, we were the only ones there as Carrie Cobb stood before a judge.
This just happened the day before yesterday. They come and locked me up and told me I was being indicted on the murder, and I've been on house arrest for the last 4 years. My mom's in real bad shape. I'm taking care of her.
Entering a not guilty plea after being charged with Quarles' murder.
Mostly relieved, but also hurt because it's a murder charge, so just hurt.
A grieving mother whose pain won't falter because she knows her son's body is still out there.
It's real hard, but to me, I don't consider him as gone. I consider him as out there, and he's searching and looking for me as well as I'm searching and looking for him.
Now, this case is interesting because it's unclear where this crime actually happened. Since the truck was recovered in Pickens County, that's where the Attorney General's office ultimately decided to prosecute this case. Now, right now, Cobb is behind bars with no bond. Live in Anderson County tonight, Nicole Ford, 7 News.
Nicole, certainly this is a huge development in this case, but the body of Emmanuel Quarles is still missing. Are authorities hoping maybe this arrest might lead to some break in that, or do they have any additional leads they can follow?
Well, Tom, that's a really good question. Right now, since this is all part of an investigation that's still ongoing, since they don't have the body, they really wouldn't comment too much on that fact. But if you do know anything that could help this family find their son's body, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. Tom?
A story, of course, we will continue to follow. Thank you, Nicole.